So I'm sitting here with Megan McDonough, and she's the CEO of the Wholebeing Institute, and she's going to be one of the professors at the first CIP, Certificate in Positive Psychology for Latin America. So Megan, I would like to hear a little bit of your knowledge in terms of mindfulness and its application to regular life. What's the benefits? What are the benefits of mindfulness?
You know, there's so much interest in mindfulness, and mindfulness defined is really just the quality of paying attention to yourself, being your thoughts, your feelings, your actions and behaviors that you're taking. It seems like such a little thing, but in reality, paying attention to our lives couldn't be bigger, because what we're saying is that this life matters. This life that we're living is worthy of paying attention to. So in the realm of science and of research, we look at mindfulness as really two things. First of all, self-regulation, the ability that we have not of just reacting to a circumstance, but instead pausing and really looking inside first before we react to outside circumstances. The second part of it in mindfulness is really being curious about what's happening now, what's arising now. Why is it important? So why is it important to pay attention to our lives? Why is it important to look at self-regulation and curiosity? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it's easy to create habits of thinking that doesn't serve us. In other words, we get in our own way. We want to head towards that goal, but yet we keep sabotaging ourselves. Mindfulness can be a way of being kinder and gentler as we begin to understand how to work with our own mind. Mindfulness is also important because it helps us in our relationship not react so much. So it gives us some gifts both for ourselves internally and for those around us. So let's look at some examples of how mindfulness can be used in your life to help. For example, you're in shopping and your 2-year-old has a temper tantrum. They're tired, they're hungry, and they melt down there. Now, if you were applying mindfulness in this situation, instead of just reacting to the child, you would go ahead and pay attention. You would pause before reacting, pay attention to what's going on, and then become curious about how you can be there for a child in a loving and supportive way. So you see it and you're fully present with yourself and that child in that circumstance. Let's take a work scenario. Let's say you're at work and you're having trouble with your boss. And you realize that what the boss is doing is giving you triggers for this internal angst that when you meet up with the boss, you feel unhappy or discouraged. Well, when you become mindful of your emotions, when you allow yourself to be fully present and aware of your interactions with your boss, you can begin to uncover the ways in which you're behaving, which might not be helping the relationship. So being mindful of your own reaction, your own hooks that are getting into under your skin, can then help you manage more consciously and creatively moving forward in your life in a productive way.